What's up, everybody? This is Brad. Welcome to my workbench. What we got today is I'm going to teach you, as a beginner myself, and I'm sure you're a beginner if you're watching this, how to cut a perfect circle in about 15 minutes. Don't mind the loud pops and noises. No, I'm not in Afghanistan. I just have young neighbors, newly married couple, that think they're still 16 and it's 4th of July. So, you'll hear some cracks, you'll hear some pops. Just ignore that. Let's get on with the show. I'm going to take you through this circle guide cutting kit, man. It was sent to me by Milescraft. I'm so glad they did. I was skeptical at first, guys, and I've used this quite a bit so far. Because I'm not going to give you a review on something and tell you if I like it or hate it until I really use it. Hell, you can tell by the box. This thing has been opened and closed many times. Jesus. We're under attack. Alright. So what comes in this? You can cut, well, let's look at the front. Large circles from 10 to 52, right? Small circles from 1.5 to 12. This kit gives you everything you need. I did not expect that. And finishing edges. Oh yeah, they have the offset thing. I haven't used this yet, so I'm not really going to speak on this offset yet. When I get to a project where I'm going to use it, I'll talk about this. But I have used these. They basically act the same exact way. The project I'm working on now requires a small circle, so we're going to mainly be looking at this small guide. But I'm telling you guys, the big circle guide, setup and everything, same exact way. So I'm going to take you through it. I'm going to grab my router. We're going to set up the camera. Sorry about the pops, the cracks, the noise, but just stuff we got to deal with. Alright guys, we're back. And little disclaimer, I never script my videos. I have a general idea what I'm going to say, what I'm going to talk about, but I just kind of go with the flow. So, basically this circle guide kit gives you everything you need. Everything. I mean, including the router bit to cut a perfect circle right out of the box. You do have to provide your own router. Sorry, it can't do everything for you. But let's just get into... Let's just act as if I'm setting it up. Okay, guys. The router I'm using is not made for this at all. But I made it work. If you have a full-size router or a plunge router would be ideal. Fixed base you can get away with, and you're about to see I actually have this old trim Ryobi router that I love. I mean, I love this router. It's just handy as hell. And it's not meant to go on this big base. It's not meant to. But, as you can see, this thing is so versatile with just a little bit of drilling. One drill, or I use one drill bit just to widen this hole down here. You can see how it tapers in. Tapers in even more right there. I just widen that hole a little bit to get an 832 screw down in there. So, this is what I did to start setting it up. So they give you this centering bit, if you have, and you go into your 1/4-inch collet. There we go. Just hand tighten it or whatever. Then I would put this on. Right, you following me? Then you take this, and this screws in or pops right into place with this, like that, like so, right? And what this is meant to do is meant to help you mount this center onto your router, or in my case, I had to use my router base because my router is the only thing I had to screw to. But if you had a plunge router or anything like that, you would take your base off and then screw this. This would be your new base plate. Alright guys, now that we got our router taken care of, we got the base attached to it, we need to set up our circle guide. Since I am cutting a smaller circle, I'm going to be cutting a 12-inch circle. I'm using the smaller one. Cutting bigger than a 12-inch circle, you're going to use the bigger guy. Simple, right? You following me? Good. So what we do is this guide, this part slides into this part. Has a little, I don't know what you would call that, a locking nut. Milescraft proprietary locking nut. I don't know. But pretty simple to slide right in. Gotta make sure that this stays in this direction though when you're doing it. And it has to be up just a hair. I struggled with that a little bit when I was first putting it together, but once you do it once, you got it down. And then this is the guide. Comes in centimeters and in inches. And let me warn you guys, double check. Because when I first started it, I was at 12 centimeters. So, make sure you are in inches when you want inches, centimeters when you want centimeters. So from here, you're going to be attaching it to the board that you're going to use. To do that, you loosen up this screw here, and that will allow the ruler to slide forward. You're going to take the drill bit Milescraft gives you, you're going to drill a pilot hole in the center of your workpiece. Then you're going to take even the screw that Milescraft gives you and screw it down there, right? So let's do that. Okay guys, just a few little setup tips. What I did was I have a backer board, just a piece of scrap, which you saw in the beginning, that little white crappy piece of plywood. I got it clamped down to my workbench. Then what I did is I just screwed this piece of particle board, and yes, this is particle board from an old desk I found on the side of the road. But anyways, I know most of the time when you're setting up a circle, what you do is you draw a square, right? And then you draw an X in it, and boom, there's your center. Okay? You don't have to do that anymore. I want a 12-inch circle, so I just take my measuring tape. This is literally how I've set up all the circles I've done so far. And I just estimate. See, I got a couple holes here. Maybe you got a knot in your wood that you want to avoid. Just put your finger there on your measuring tape and go around. You can also use your circle guide to do this. But go around, so make sure you're avoiding everything that you want to avoid. And when you found kind of a good spot, all you gotta do, make you a little mark. Then you come back, you drill your pilot hole, and that's what I'm about to show you the rest of the setup. Alright guys, so now I've made my pilot hole, or my mark. I made my mark where I want it. So now I'm going to use the bit that Milescraft provided and just drill a little pilot hole. Doesn't have to go all the way through the wood. Just enough to where you can screw in the little bitty screw that Milescraft also provided you. Now remember, you don't want to put your router on there yet because you're not adjusting to your size yet. You still need to be able to move this ruler in and out. So I'm going to get to my mark, and you could use a drill to screw this in. I've preferred using a screwdriver, especially with particle board, because I don't want to strip out my hole. And I'm shaking the hell out of the camera. And you don't want to screw it in too tight either. Screw it in and then just back it off the hair. That way it's nice and smooth around that center point. Alright, now's the time where we set our measurement. And I'm going to take you mobile again. We're going to come down to these little marks here. Alright, and this is the diameter, not the radius. So this is set up to where if you want a 12-inch circle. Ah, fireworks. You just go right to the 12 inch. This is for an inside diameter. So if you want a circle, where did my circle go? You want a circle like this at 12 inches, you're going to go to the inside diameter. But if your workpiece needs a hole in it, you would use the outside diameter as 12 inches. Or whatever measurement you're going for, right? So like I said, I want the actual disc. So I'm going to set mine up, looking through a camera, to 12 inches. Woo! There we go. So I'm going to set mine up to 12 inches right there. And then tighten this bad boy down. Alright guys, now we're all set up. As you can see, we just need to install our router. Now on the router base, you'll see you have 3 black triangles. Ironically, on the circle guide, 3 black triangles. So, I'm going to take it, line it up, and twist it. And see, you hear that little snap? There it is. Now whenever I want to take it off, I just pull back this little red tab, counterclockwise, and pull it out. So guys, once you do this once or twice, you get really fast at setting it up. I mean, it's nothing. Especially when your base is already, you know where your screws are going to go and stuff like that. That's half the battle, is setting up the base. So now, you get the idea. So I'm going to cut this circle. I'm going to show you all how fast it goes. And, yeah. Let's make a circle, boys. Alright guys, so as y'all saw, it cut pretty quick. Now this was probably the thickest material I cut with it, and it did fine, man. It took a little bit longer. The sawdust was atrocious, which I expected that with particle board, but as you see, when you get done, I mean, if this was regular plywood, there'd be no sanding like on the other piece I did. This one has a little bit of cutout, but I also didn't pay enough attention, didn't have some of my boards supported. So, in conclusion guys, I love this tool. It has made making circles a whole lot easier, and I know 100% this is a perfect 12-inch circle. I've already done this to spot check them or whatever, but I mean, it is perfectly 12 inches. Any way you look at it. So it's quick, it's accurate, it's very simple to set up. Once you set your router up on the base, man, you could knock out all kinds of circles. And not just 12 inches, you know. It's not like you're having to cut a pattern. You can move your sides in and out constantly. So definitely would recommend. If you like this product and you're interested in buying it, there's a link in the description. I am an Amazon affiliate, so of course, if you go through the link to buy it, it definitely helps me. I mean, it gives me like 4%. And trust me, guys, I'm not making any kind of money off of being an Amazon affiliate. Basically, if I make $100 by the end of the year, I call it cool. So if you go through that link, and even if you go to buy something else, that's a way to support this channel, because, you know, I'm not a Patreon, I'm not anything. You know, this is all me. So if you want to support the channel, go through one of my affiliate links that I'm going to start posting at the bottom of all these videos. If you don't like affiliate links, if you think that, you know, you just don't like them for some reason, go straight to Milescraft, milescraft.com. Great website, and you can see they have so many jigs, guys. So many kind of jigs. It's pretty cool what they got over there. And the better thing is that they're affordable. This whole kit with the router bit and everything is $35. I mean, if you go buy that 1/4 inch straight cut bit, I mean, that's going to cost you $6 or $7, even more if you go for a higher quality. So to have everything in one kit, and I mean everything in one kit, for $35, it's a steal. If you got a project you need to make circles in, this is definitely the way to go. Alright guys, so affiliate link at the bottom. Like this video, or hit that like button if you like this video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you have a way that you enjoy cutting circles better, you found a better, quicker way, put it in there. Let me know. Let everybody else know. Alright guys, till next time, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace!